Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Doodle Robot, and today I'm going to do two things. We're going to do support Hanna Karlzon, and I'm combining that with a recent Amazon purchase. I did a lot of purchasing in February. I did a lot of damage. There's going to be several videos as stuff trickles in. I bought from Book Outlet, Amazon several times, Media Lab, and from a private artist. So all those videos are coming to you. I'm going to adjust the camera just a smidge here. Okay, so support Hanna Karlzon. I believe on the support Hanna Karlzon videos, people are showing the books that they just bought, showing their old finished pages. I waited a little bit until I got a couple of books. Otherwise my video would be really short, as up until a few days ago I only had these 4 books by Hanna Karlzon and only 2 pages colored. Haven't been coloring that long, so it's going to be short. So the first book I ever bought from Hanna Karlzon, and it was in my first Amazon purchase of coloring books, that first purchase. My first book was bought from Walmart, but then I made a big purchase of Amazon books, which had a variety of different artists in it, just to try it out. Daydreams was the first Hanna Karlzon book I purchased, and I have colored in this book. I've done the title page there, just testing my Prismacolors on the little mushroom. And way back in March, I started in February. I didn't finish the first page until March. This wasn't the first page, but that I ever did. And then I wanted to try my Prismacolors on this paper again. And so I did this bug page. I don't know. It's okay. I mean, I like the way the Prismacolors performed. There are some aspects of my coloring, my early coloring, that I don't like. I don't know. The colors of the leaves are a little strange, and the blue into the green there is a little strange. I think I was trying to balance colors or something. But anyways, I do like the way Prismacolor works on this paper. It's wonderful. The paper in these books is very nice. And so I think maybe this was the second Hanna Karlzon book I bought. It might have been Magical Dawn. I'm not sure. One of these was second and third. In Seasons, I have another page colored. This is a more recent page. You can see I've improved a little bit here. This one is from my November, December finished pages. This has a lot of stuff on it, a lot of different mediums. We've got Prismacolor in the beetles and the ants, and lots of color shift paint as well on there. I love the way the color shift paint works. The mushrooms are a little bit of Prismacolor, but mostly Brute Fooners and Pastelo pencils. I was trying them here. I really like the paper. Again, I don't know if it's the same, but Prismacolors work great. We've got watercolor, sparkly watercolor, silky gel crayons on the back with a new snowflake stencil that it actually just arrived when I was doing this page, so I just put it on there. Yeah, I like the way this one came out. I love the Seasons book too. I like all her books. I don't know. You can't go wrong with Hanna Karlzon. Everything she does is just really good. So, love that. Let's see. Trying to get you in the center of the camera there. Yeah, everything is so good. I just love her books. I wish Hanna speedy recovery. I know you will get through this. I wish you all my best. I've got Magical Dawn. Again, another really good book. I'm not sure what my favorite book is. It might be Daydreams or one of the new ones that I bought. I don't know though. Time will tell. We'll see. They're just all so good. There's so much to color and so little time to do so. All right. This is one of the ones that I would really like to start in the very near future. I'm inspired to do some, like a striped wallpaper in the background, kind of maybe English style. You don't see much of that in America. It's more of an English thing, I feel. I could be wrong. And yeah, and then color these probably with colored pencils. I think I would do the wallpaper in acrylic paint. And maybe washi tape. Or maybe just more paint. I don't know. So anyways, that's Magical Dawn. I also have one from the new series, which I really like, these little tiny ones. Tales from the Forest Kingdom. I think I might like to get Masquerade at some point as well. I don't know when they're going to release The Witch's Cottage in the US. I imagine that's off in the distance somewhere. This book is so good. I like the smaller size because when you want to go do a double page spread, it's not quite as daunting as some of the bigger books. So those are the 4 I previously owned. So before we actually found out the news about Hanna Karlzon, I actually had this one in my cart already. I had quite a few things in my cart from, you know, stuff that I had wanted to order a long time ago. And I always tended to order things that were on the 3 for 2 sale. That's how I got most of my coloring books. This one never went on the 3 for 2 sale though, but I had it in my cart. I'm like, I'm just going to buy it. It's never going to be on the sale, so I'm just going to buy it. So yeah, I'm super, super stoked about this one. I was looking through it a little bit earlier. This one has a lot of good images. I probably should have just bought it earlier, but you know how it is. Oh yeah, this is a good one. So I don't know which one would be my favorite. This one or Daydreams or the one I'm going to show you in just a second. I don't have Jewelry Box, but for some reason that one doesn't appeal greatly to me. I don't know. I've watched a whole bunch of flip-throughs of it. Yeah, this one's really, really, really good. Summer Nights. And, oh, Spirit Animals. Even though I'm not into people, I decided to get this book in support of Hanna Karlzon, but also because I think this book is just so beautiful, and it makes me sad that I'm not into people. And I recently was talking about that in one of my recent videos, and I just, you know, I was thinking about what I said in that video about not being into mandalas and not being into people, and it got me thinking, even, you know, even before I think the Hanna Karlzon news, I'm not sure about the time there, but like there are just some pages in here that are so good. It's like, you know what? I need to get over that people thing. I need to teach myself how to, you know, shade people and move on, because this book with the double, I really like the animal side, and I like the people side too. It's just like, I just don't know. Just don't know what to do with them. This page is like awesome. And some of the pages in here, all the animal sides are so super good. That's what appeals to me more. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get that one because so many of these images, it was a good idea for a book. And then to do them as double page spreads, you got to be able to do the people. So I'm like, it's just time to kind of get over that and figure out how to do it. There are just too many in here that are too good to pass up the opportunity. So I added it to the cart. I've also got some mandalas coming, another thing. This one, love this one as well. I like the idea too of taking like these 2 separate images and making them into a double page spread, which I see a lot of people do in a very good way. This one's really good. I love this one. She reminds me of Liz Salander from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So I like the owl one. I like this one, although there's no people in. Oh, there is a person. Okay. I've seen this one done really well. Yeah. So I'm going to move myself forward here. Conquer that people thing. I love Octo Girl. I think Octogirl and the two kind of steampunky ones, and the dragon one, and the horse one, and the girl riding the fish, and the cyborg one here. These are the reason I bought this book. This book is it's just really good. I'm gonna have to take myself to the next level and learn how to do that. All right, so that is my support for Hanna Karlzon. I wish you the best. I know you will make a full recovery, but you focus on you right now. All right, so the rest of my Amazon haul, we have all kinds of different things going on here, so let's get into that. We'll do the Creative Haven books first, or I should say Dover books. I'm adding to my Jeremy Elder collection. I have one book by Jeremy Elder right now. It is it's one of these Dover style books with the two-sided pages. And the book I have by him is Graffiti Art, which I really like. A few months ago, people helped me figure out the one graffiti thing that I couldn't figure out. So I've got Steampunk Animals and then a Creative Haven Steampunk Devices. Oh, this book is so good. But Steampunk Animals is kind of a damaged book. It came damaged from Amazon. I ordered a lot of stuff, like household items and a DVD thing, and when you order like that, and it's not just all books, they put it in a big box, and in this big box, in order to keep things from jostling around, they put in this piece of paper, I don't know what this is. It's supposed to have air in it, but only one of these things has air in it, so that's not Amazon. That's not going to do anything. So I don't know. All my books got jostled, and they're, I don't know, a little worse for the wear. But anyways, Steampunk Animals, really good, aside from the dented paper. I like his style. I like Jeremy Elder's style. I have another book of his coming. I don't know when, because Amazon said it would be here between like February 17th and the 26th or something. So it's from an independent seller, I think. So I really like the Steampunk Animals. It's actually a design book that's coming. So I got Steampunk Animals, and again from Jeremy Elder. It says right there, Jeremy Elder, Steampunk Devices. Now this book is going in the top 10, I think. This is a really good book. Of all the books I own, I really like this. And sometimes I get surprised, you know, when I order something that's been on the list for a long time. It's like, oh, why didn't I order that before? It's like, why didn't I order this before? This one's really good. So I think I may do a flip through. I'll do a flip through of some of these if there's not too many flip throughs already on YouTube of them. But I just like this one so much that I'd like to do a flip through of it. And then the other Creative Haven book I got, which has been on my list since the very beginning of my coloring journey days, The Incredible Insects by Marty Noble. This might be my first Marty Noble book. This one is really, really good too. I'm not necessarily crazy about the way they colored their sample pages. I think I would definitely do different, but the images, the designs are so good. I really like bugs for some strange reason. I find it interesting the things we like to color. Like, I'm totally surprised by the things I like to color. I don't like bugs. I run away from them screaming. But in coloring books, I like them. I don't like horror things, but I like coloring horror things in coloring books. You couldn't pay me to watch a scary movie because they scare me, so I don't want to watch them. But yeah, this book is really, really good. I look forward to coloring a whole bunch of cool bug pictures. So that's it for my Dover books. I got an artist that I've wanted for a while. I think you can get her stuff off Etsy or private website. This is the only one I could find on Amazon. This is My Wondrous World, Enchanted Winter by Masha Vandenberg. I don't know if I'm saying Masha right, with the JB silent. I hope. And I was intrigued by this one. A lot of the kind of designy pattern pages are interesting. I like that style. I even rather like her wallpaper pages, which is kind of unusual. I'm not usually a wallpaper person. I'm seeing here under the lights, though, that this is another, it's a faded book. It's yellowed around the edges. That's like the third book that Amazon has sent me that's yellowed like that. This was a drastically marked down book as well. So I don't know. I'll probably just keep it. I don't know. Amazon needs to get its act together. Why do they keep sending out yellowed books to me? I think they hate me. This is a good book. This is one of the reasons I purchased this book. This double page spread. I've seen this image in one of her other books. It's got some kind of design behind it, which I may try to replicate that because I really liked it with the design behind it. Plus, it gives me a chance to draw on designs. I like to do that. I like to exercise my drawing skills. So I really like this image as well with the owl. I've seen it done beautifully. Yeah, you can really see all the yellowing of this book. Maybe it's the paper. Maybe it's like that Johanna Basford book that yellows like that. I don't know. And I like that wallpaper page as well. I also really like this image, this double page spread as well. So yeah, that's my first book by this artist. She has some, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Etsy because I have it bookmarked on Etsy, some of her other stuff. I may eventually get that as well. So, need I say more? Carla Magana. Based on my wonderful experience in Stardust Space Lust, I had such fun doing this, and I watch Carla's video, and she inspires me to like use alcohol markers and gel pens, and that's a really good alternative for the Amazon paper. And I want to get better at alcohol marker and gel pen, but what I also really liked about this page, I mean, it could have come out better, but I really just went berserk with experimenting with alcohol marker, gel pen. I also added in acrylic markers, and I got to use like a lot of my glitterifics because Carla's pages just seemed like they would go good with all my glitterific paints. And sometimes it's hard to find a place to use those. My camera equipment is getting in the way, but yeah, I really enjoyed that whole process of doing that. So I definitely knew that whenever I made another Amazon purchase, I was going to add a few more Carla Magana books into the cart there. And so I got Cocktail Tropicali. I'm not sure how you say that, but I like it's smaller. It's a little smaller than this book size. These two books are the same size. So it's a little smaller. I don't have a ruler, so I couldn't say. It's not, we've got it. Creative Haven is 8.5 by 11. So it looks like it's probably 8 by 10. My guess would be 8 by 10. So that would make this one about 10 by 7. So we got Cocktail Tropicali, whatever we're calling it. I like this one because it didn't have people in it. It's got the cool cat. I love this cat. This cat is from my childhood because I was alive in the 60s and the 70s, and that was a thing. I love the shapes in this one too. I like her shapes in all the books. And actually, all these books have different shapes. That's interesting. Different style of shape with every book that she does. Yeah, okay, so we'll show you the shapes of these. All her shapes in this book have a more rounded edge to them. Probably from whatever time period she's being inspired by. Adds to the feel of the time period that she's going for there. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I like variety. I like the plants. I like the beverages. I like the cat. I like the tikis. We already know I like tikis. I already added tiki heads in my November, December pages. I think the Denise Cleet book from there. And then Retro Deco is like another kind of era that she's doing. I believe when I was watching her video, she said it was inspired by the 20s and the 80s, which is my decade. Yes, I was in high school and college during the 80s. You can definitely see the different shapes. They give a whole different feel. And that's what I like about hers. I like how she frames it with the shapes. And it's still framed, but it's asymmetrical. I like that about her artwork. So yeah, I look forward to playing with my alcohol markers and my gel pens and my glitterifics, all these new mediums for me on this Amazon paper. And I think I'm even going to throw in watercolor. I'm trying to get more brave about that. So the last book I have, and it's funny because just earlier today I was watching a video, Joza Hanna video about one of her latest purchases too. And she said the same thing. Olga Rani inspired her to buy this book, and same thing for me. Olga Rani inspired me to buy this book. I look at all her beautiful colorings in this book and I'm like, I want that book so bad. It's been on my list a long, long time. I finally got it. Never goes on the 3-for-2 sales on Amazon, so I just finally bit the bullet and bought it. But this book does not disappoint. I mean, look at this guy. I love this one here. And I love reading about all these different gods and goddesses and villains and mythical creatures from all these different places. So this is not going to be boring though. I mean, every image is like a different style. It's like 35 books in one. Love the cat. I like that one. I like them all. There aren't too many that I dislike in here. But they're all like a different style. It's like they were all drawn by the same person, Adam Fisher. But it doesn't look like it because they're just all so different. He did a really good job. I love the tribal, cultural pictures. Those are always a hit with me. You can't get bored in this book. There's just so many. Some is realistic, some is fantasy, some is surreal, some are designy, some are creepy. I mean, you wouldn't get bored. If you like to flit around, I like to flit around a lot. You wouldn't get bored with this book. And it's interesting from an historical perspective. All the different gods and goddesses. It'll be fun to research them online and then be inspired by the research to color them. So I look forward to that research. It's right up my alley. I like to do that sort of thing. All right, so those are all my cool Amazon purchases. We got lots in this one. And then, after, of course, I make the big purchase, Amazon does its 3-for-2 sale. So I had to take advantage of that. And I bought a whole bunch there. I got my Hanna Karlzon books. Yeah, I did some damage this month. Lots and lots of purchasing. I'm going to have to ground myself after all these things arrive. But that is it for part 2 of my big February haul. I thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you next time. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.